Hey everyone, Nathan from Aussie Green Thumb here, and today we're going to be setting up the Verti Gro hydroponic growing tower.
Verti Gro is Australian owned and manufactured. This vertical garden uses hydroponics, which is a soilless horticultural technique, and is perfect for people who want to grow their own veggies in a small amount of space. It uses a solar panel to power the pump, and it pretty much looks after itself, requiring a small amount of time to replenish the nutrients and water every few weeks. In this video, I'll take you through the Verti Gro setup process, the veggie growing progression, and I'll wrap up with some final thoughts and tips for using the system. Aussie Green Thumb has a bunch of really cool videos to come, including gardening how-tos, interviews, gardening product reviews, and much more. So click subscribe to stay in the loop, and now back to today's video.
So what we've got here, we've got the 65 litre reservoir, the solar panel, the 5 planter boxes, the hoses, and then the hydroponic nutrients and the fertilizer and the cocoa fibre over there. So here we've got our reservoir. So what we need to do is install the pump, which will go in the centre of the reservoir, and this plastic conduit is going to come out through the centre there. So we want to make sure that the pump is right in the centre. So now you get the planter boxes and they just slide straight over the top. So we've got the sprinkler top, but that gets installed later on. So we're just going to do a test run of this and make sure the pump works and then fill it up with the cocoa fibre.
The next step is to add water to the Cocoa Coil and then fill the expanded Cocoa Coil into the planters. I ended up using the reservoir to expand the Cocoa Coil, so I took the system apart, which only took a moment, filled the planters with Koya, and then put it all back together. Next, I watered down the Cocoa Coil to help it settle into place, and then flushed out the reservoir and filled it up with clean water.
So now we just want to plug the solar panel in and let the water flow out of that in case any cocoa fibre went in, so it doesn't get caught in the motor, and then we'll pop on the sprinkler head. So you want to make sure the cable's facing down, so you stand it this direction. Okay, so now we're in the sun, there comes the water. So then depending on how much water you want coming out, you go for a faster one or just a drip. I believe a drip is what we're after. So it continuously flows down and waters the plants enough. Okay, so next step is to plant our seedlings.
Ideally, you want your plants to receive 3 to 8 hours of sunlight per day, and you want the solar panel to be in a nice sunny spot. If you don't have a place where all your plants can receive an equal amount of sunlight, then you can spin the planters throughout the day or every couple of days. To get the seedlings ready to plant, I soaked them in a bowl of water and used a light spray from a hose to remove some soil and loosen the roots to promote healthy growing. When planting the seedlings, I planted some of the larger plants down the bottom, such as the zucchini and cabbages. And as I worked my way up, I had some taller leafy greens such as spinach and lettuces in the middle layers, and then the herbs were placed towards the top of the tower. This is the progression of how the plants grew on day 1, day 5, day 12, day 17, day 19, day 26, and day 30. And this is how the garden is looking after 4 months in the middle of a cold winter in the mountains.
It's been fantastic. We've eaten from this multiple times, especially the rocket, the coriander, the parsley. The herbs up the top have been really good. The lettuces we've only harvested twice, but as you can see, it's going really well. It's growing well. We had some issues with birds coming after our strawberries, which is why we've had these sticks, which has also been a bit of a detriment. We've put in the garden net over because we've broken some leaves. Like we've broken leaves, taking it on and off. The things we grow next time will be a lot different. We wouldn't grow strawberries. We grew them because Verti Gro, Roger owns one of the largest strawberry farms in Australia. So we wanted to see how the strawberries went. But for us wanting to consume and feed ourselves fresh vegetables and fruits, the strawberries don't really stack up for us. We've got like our cabbage here, which hasn't fruited yet, but that'll end up being quite good. Some things we've struggled with was aphids. As you can see down here, I've just freshly sprayed these aphids on the back. They've loved the Pactroy, Bok Choy, and the rocket. So it's a bit of a mission to keep them off. But yeah, this product I would definitely recommend. You need to have it in good placement. We've moved it once. We had it further down our deck, and as the sun's moved, because it's getting colder, it wasn't getting as much sun. So we've moved it to the front of the deck now. I guess a lot more sun here, and it's easy to rotate. One of the cons is when you spin the tower, the vegetables at the top, you just have to be careful with the sprinklers. So I'll just give you an example. So as we spin this, so we can get different vegetables in the sunlight, they stick. So it's easy to move them around. These things move, but you just have to be careful, especially with this dill. It's just always getting caught because it's so tall. So yeah, that's probably one of the only cons. But yeah, it's very easy to look after. We have flushed it twice now, and then refilled it, topped it up with nutrients. And it's so easy to just put in as a set and forget. Like we don't even turn it often now, because every angle gets the sunlight. And once we take out the strawberries, we won't be using a net either, because the native birds they don't come down for the greens. So went away for 10 days. We had the net on while we were gone. We had aphids on the Pactroy the day before we left, which we sprayed. And you can see the Pactroy that had it was this one over here, which got nailed a little bit, and it hasn't really come back too much. Same as some of the rockets were pretty heavily infested. But yeah, so after 10 days we came back and the thing was just thriving. There's very little maintenance. It's just once every 4 weeks, flush a tank, fill it with nutrients, and water again, and that's it. We've just started planting some more seeds in here, so as our other rocket is coming to the end of its life, we've got new rocket already planted. So I think it's great that you can plant next to the other plants that you've already got growing, if it's coming to the end of the life. So then there's not really going to be any downtime. It's just going to start and just pull one out and the other one's already there.
Thanks for watching our video. If you like our content, you can help us out and stay in the loop by liking this video and subscribing to our channel.